Card Sunday, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Green Bay Packers. The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports.
He takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
Ready up. Let's go. Yellow, 43. Ready.
Here's Love looking to pass on the first play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
60 red. 60 red. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jalen Phillips. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Steel, black. White, white.
Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
A first carry for the all-pro running back. It's Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Completed out left to Downs. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Claude red.
Here's Love. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down, and he was able to get it by playing. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go now. Set.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now Love. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Yellow, 22.
Love now. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Ready?
Working out of the gun. Love. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Down. 50, green. Ready.
Throwing. Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs, 28 yards. And the Packers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he will take this one back all the way inside the 35.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's the rookie from Michigan. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. To throw is Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Set, ready. 60 red. 60 red. Hut.
On play action. Love to throw. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Love from the gun on 3rd down. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
But as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready! Here we go. Start.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Edwards now in 1st and 10. And a short gain down to about the 33.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Williams, a man in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's Daniels. And he's caught. And he He's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Ready, set.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
Again, it'll be Edwards. And another negative play there as they stop him again. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready up.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Daniels looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Ben Simmons, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Ready.
They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
32. Hut.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just floated from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Second down and 8.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 ready.
Looking to throw. Love. And he's caught downfield. It's Waller. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here we go. Here we go. Black 40. Ready.
Love going to give it up on the touch pass. And this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
30 seconds.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. Over the middle, he's got Golden. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw. Love. And this one's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Second and 10. Looking to throw. Love. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Luke Musgrave. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Commanders first down. A gain of 13 yards.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Now Daniels. And his throw here is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's second and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing now is Daniels. They'll get this complete to Senate, the tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line.
And the Washington first down. A gain of 15.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. To the air goes Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. They'll get fouled out of the scramble. It's second down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them in the field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Daniels from the gun on third down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this won't be enough. Stop the yard short after a gain of 3. Fourth down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Love looking to throw it. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Come on, set, red, cycle. Blue, 32. Blaster, 6. Cut.
Love. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden, as the first half is winding down. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Looking to put a drive together. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Williams brings it in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. A gain there of 21 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the counter, it's Edwards. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, I mean, the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Hot 70.
The slot man in motion right. They go play action. Daniels. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Daniel's going to keep it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
Come on.
Slot man moves right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw. Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Here we go.
Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Zerline good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Love. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Here we go. Here we go. Cut.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Juju Brents comes up for the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
32. Fight, 6. Shot, 17.
Love from the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
45. White. Black Ultra. Claws red. Set.
Here's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Parker. They were bouncing their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Dumps it off to Edwards. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3. It's the Washington 1st down.
A give for Edwards running right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. To throw is Daniels. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 14. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle, here's Edwards. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Now the pressure gets there. He goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Daniels going to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go.
And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And this will be a Packers 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
Okay, right?
Packers 1st down. 1st and 10
Ready,
at the
ready.
29-yard line.
Red, 38. Ready?
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Come on, set. 33, yellow. Hey, check one more. Cut, cut.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Pushing his way through. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Okay, ready?
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Ready? Look, ready?
Here's Jacobs. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Set, hut. Ready.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Luke Musgrave, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
That's good for a Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now Daniel's going to keep it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 12-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Man open left side, it's Williams. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Packers 31, Commanders 21.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Ready, ready. Ready. Set, Hutton.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Down. 52 blue. 10.
Love now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 11. 31 yards on the punt there. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for him here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrating.
Muscles by at the 25. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over. But give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Getting into the playoffs is one.